Hi everybody, it's Diane here with that new Don't Think About It book, glue book, and we're going to title it, mainly because, as I explained, when I put videos up on YouTube, I have to have a title. And I received a lot of suggestions from viewers. That was nice of you guys. They were all good. I had 3 myself. Those are good too, if I do say so myself. So instead of picking one, let's use all of them. Why not? It's a glue book after all. Let's just glue in a bunch of titles. So we have Don't Think and Do. That's mine. Does anyone remember Think and Do books from when you were a kid in school? Or at least when I was a kid in school? So we're going to not think and do. Slap it in. Collage Dump, which I do like that font. This is all just off my printer, my computer. We have the Whatever glue book. Free form gluing stuff. Freestyle glue book. Celebrating the artistic freedom of a child. Random rules, and Diane does random. So I'm going to put them all on here. Yeah, I know that was too long. We could just do it because we're not supposed to be thinking. That would be fine. But it did cross my mind, I can't help it, of some of these painty papers I've made way back in the day. Would that be kind of cool, or would it be too busy? Let's look and not think. Well, I like that. Okay. Slap it in. Collage dump. That one's funny. It's funny too. This viewer had commented that children are so much freer when they do stuff, and I'm like, yeah. And it so happened I had commented on that. You hadn't seen the video yet, but I had already made it. So great minds think alike, right? It was funny too because I was thinking, this viewer was commenting on it because I had mentioned it. And then later I was like, no, wait, I didn't put that video up yet. So maybe this viewer has ESP. Okay, I'll do that by myself. I'm not going to make you guys watch that. As long as we're here, let's do some random freestyle, don't think type gluing. I did a few pages without you guys. I'll show them someday when I do a flip through. I'm going to trim this. So in case you haven't been following along, due to time constraints and stress constraints and stuff like that, I wanted a book that I could just glue down. My thought initially was, because you're not supposed to be thinking, was very scrappy type stuff. And I've done that here and there. I have to trim that too. I have veered away from that too. And I do think I was kind of going on and on about how this work wasn't really what I was thinking it's going to look like and blah, blah, blah. I think it does hinge on what you're using too. I mean, if I was using very scrappy, nondescript paper, it's going to look very scrappy, right? But when you throw in actual images, you start taking away from that. And I think I wasn't kind of realizing that at first. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I wasn't getting that. And if you want that very scrappy, haphazard look, you probably shouldn't glue down fussy cut images. Okay, well, as long as this is here. Here's an old sheet music I did a very crummy mono print on. I don't have a gel plate. I've thought about it, but at this point in my life, I don't have one. And so several years ago, I did that style of mono printing on a plastic frame photo box, if you know what I'm talking about. Okay, sorry, that was a dog interruption. But anyway, it's the same style, although I did not have a brayer at that point either. It's just on a plastic box frame. And it worked out okay. I can see where the gel plates are better. But anyway, that's what that is. This is just painting on a grocery bag. And stamping. I had cut this out actually to go over here, but then I sort of didn't like it. So do we want it here somewhere? I don't know, Diane. That sounds like it's thinking. I should probably make one of these videos and just do it to music or whatever, and that way you won't know what I'm saying or thinking. Then no one can say, Diane, you're doing it again. I thought this was funny. This is a crossword puzzle dictionary, and at the top, the end word was beware. I just thought that was kind of funny. Bewail. Beware is funnier. Well, in the thinking department, that needs something over it. Okay, I just used the first washi I grabbed. You guys have trouble with your washi tape here and there. I guess generally speaking, it's pretty good, but I don't know, sometimes. This tape isn't that old either. Okay. Well, for a not think book, that's fine because you're not supposed to be thinking. Nice day here, finally. Actually, if my clothesline was up, I would have hung laundry out today, but it's not. Okay, well that looks very non-thinking to me. This video isn't very long, is it? It's just reading the time. Well, should we move on? Let's see, do I have anything handy? Well, I have. I had grabbed a few grocery ads just to, I noticed, yeah, this one had berries on it for my glue book. Let's just take some random grocery stuff. Just because we can. Spring into cleaning. No thanks. I do that all the time anyway. The only thing I do seasonally, so to speak, is wash like curtains and mattress pads and stuff like that that I can hang out. Isn't that interesting? No. Alright, well we don't want too much of that anyway. Let's get a torn edge here. Yeah, that's a torn edge. It's stuck on me besides. This book is really handy though, if you, even if you know, don't want to try the don't think thing I mentioned in one video. You know, you've got 10 minutes. I've got 10 minutes of craft time. You know, what can you do in 10 minutes? Well, this does kind of work because you don't have to be that careful, precise, picky. So I've been using it in that way quite a bit. Scrapbook paper border is just sticking there. It's kind of pretty with the pink. This is Easter egg dyed paper. Stuck? Yes. It's pretty. Just need a flower or something, or a, you're thinking, Diane. That could be a title too. You're thinking, Diane. Okay, the first page I came to. How about these pretty amaryllises? Amarylli. Isn't that pretty? I think so. I am going to be a nerd and fussy cut this. Should we speed it up? Should we chit chat? Should I pause? I guess we'll speed it up because I don't have anything to say. See you in a minute. Okay, welcome back to reality. That's kind of a letdown statement, but yeah, I know. I don't know if fussy cutting fits this book, but you know, I wanted it that way. Into every life, a little fussy cutting must fall. Okay, that's pretty. Is that part of that orange I cut? Or tore, I mean. Well, I'd cut it and tore it, didn't I? I was right. Okay, interesting. Well, I have 2 plaid trading stamps sitting here. Well, actually I have 4. They're the right color. Not that that matters, right? It's another title. Not that it matters. Okay, I generally like that. I want something on the bottom because Diane is Diane, and I don't really like the white down there, and I don't like that little bit of that paper there. Okay. Could do the I don't have much time book too as a title. Alright, do I want to trim that or turn it up around the bottom on the other side? Let's turn it up. Turn it up, man. Okay, page 1, page 2, and a whole bunch of titles. Alright guys, well thank you for giving me the titles, and thanks for watching this video, and I'll just see you in the next one. Have a good day.